There's a man on your screen right now who isn't allowed to kiss anyone off camera. Not allowed. Not choose not to. It's written in a contract he signed when he was 19. I'm a Korean man. I signed one of this contract too. I'm going to open his contract for you. 3 clauses the network will never show you. What these actors actually do at 3 a.m. when the cameras stop. I'm going to tell you what they call foreign fans like you when the sauce bottle is empty. It's the one thing they will never say out loud in Korean. You've looked him up. Of course you have. You found his Instagram. You've watched the variety show clip where he eats ramen in a tracksuit. You've read the fan translation of the interview where he said his favorite food is his mother's doenjangjjigae. You've seen him laugh on the subway with his co-star. And somewhere in all of that, you did something quietly. You started to love the off-screen version. Not the character, the guy in the tracksuit. The guy who laughed too loud at a bad joke. You're not stupid for doing that. The off-screen version is the part that feels real. I'm sorry. The off-screen version is also written, not by the drama writer, by his agency. Every variety show appearance has a brief. Every Instagram post has been approved. Every time he says his favorite color, it's been pre-decided in a meeting. The tracksuit version is the free sample at Costco. It exists to make you buy the whole bag. Let me tell you about a hallway. I was at a music show broadcast in my early 30s. I was standing between dressing rooms. A lead actor from a drama that was #1 at the time walked past me. He had 2 people with him. One was his manager. The other was an older woman carrying a small cooler. The cooler had ice in it. Not for a drink, for his face. He had had something injected earlier that day, and the swelling had to be gone before his 7 p.m. love scene. He looked at me, he smiled. He said hi the polite way older actors greet younger idols. His face was half numb. I could see it when he smiled. The smile reached one side of his mouth and stopped. There was the man you would go on to fall in love when the drama hit Netflix. He was in a hallway with an ice cooler, smiling with half his face. Here's the part I have to confess. I didn't feel sorry for him in that moment. I thought I was still young and I was maintaining my own numbers. Weight, skin, sleep, brand deals. I saw the ice cooler and I thought, that's just how it is. That's the part I'm ashamed of. Not the ice, the shrug. The industry runs on people like me shrugging, which is why I'm telling you this now. Because somebody has to stop shrugging. This isn't only my story. Every Korean actor you have loved on Netflix in the last 10 years has been in a version of that hallway. Let me open the contract. Not literally, but I've seen enough of them. 3 clauses. Clause 1. Weight. Most leading man contracts have a specified weight range. If he goes above it, he gets fined. The fine is paid by the agency first, then deducted from his paycheck. You think I'm being dramatic? A top-tier Korean drama lead can make up to 100 million won per episode. That's about $75,000 US. Sounds huge. Then the agency takes between 30 and 70%. Then he pays his manager, his stylist, his trainer, his skin clinic, and his taxes. Then the weight fine if his cheekbones aren't sharp enough that month. The man you love is being charged rent on his own face. Clause 2. Dating. Most leading man contracts ban public dating during filming. Some extend the ban 1 or 2 years past the final episode. If he dates secretly, the agency usually knows. Managers check phones. Drivers log where he goes at night. If a photo leaks, the woman becomes a news cycle, and the drama takes a hit in ratings. He is told from day 1 that a private relationship is a business risk. Now translate that over 10 years. He stops having relationships. He has arrangements. He has hour-long hotel visits scheduled through a third person. He has a co-star he develops feelings for during a 6-month shoot, who he never sees again after the wrap party. He has a girl he met at a fan meet in 2021. He still texts at 2 a.m. when he can't sleep. He does not have a girlfriend. He has near misses. A whole career of near misses. Clause 3. This is one nobody talks about. Speech. His public statements are pre-cleared. Award speeches are written. Interview answers are rehearsed. There is a list of words he is not supposed to say in public, and a list of opinions he is not supposed to have. Politics, religion, other actors, other agencies. He cannot say he is tired. He cannot say he is lonely. He cannot say he doesn't love a project he was forced to take. By the time he is 30, he has spent 10 years not saying anything that came from inside him. Then he goes home to an apartment he doesn't have time to decorate, and he sits there in silence. And the silence isn't peace. It's the only place he is allowed to be himself. That's the third clause. It's not in a contract on paper. It's in every other clause working together. The man you love has been quiet for so long, he has forgotten what his own voice sounds like when no one is paying him. If you've been watching K-drama for more than 5 years, you already know what I mean. There are faces you loved who aren't here anymore. You know the ones. I'm not going to say the names in the video, but you know that's what these clauses do over a decade. That's the receipt. Why you, specifically? Okay, I need to flip this on you now. I've been going after the industry, fair. But you don't spend 5 years rewatching a man you don't recognize. You recognize something. Let me ask you a question that might sting. Why did the Korean version hit harder than the version from your own country? Your country has tired actors too. Your country has manufactured boyfriends. You have Hollywood. You have British period dramas. You have Bollywood. You have Instagram husbands. Why did you walk past all of those and stop at him? Here's what I think. It's because he's foreign enough that you can't read the fine print. When an American actor plays a perfect boyfriend, you already know the tabloid story. You know about his 3 divorces. You know about his arrest. You know about the assistant he yelled at on a Tuesday. You can't pretend. But a Korean actor, his tabloid story is in Korean. His scandals don't reach your feed. His 3-year relationship with a co-star is a rumor you can choose not to believe. You get to love him without the context. You get to love the character without the resume. That's what K-drama actually sells to foreign women, not Korean men. Amnesia, the chance to love a man without the paperwork. I'm not judging you for that. I did the same thing in reverse. When I was 19, I watched American action movies. I thought that's how men move. Cold, quiet, dangerous. I tried to be that for 3 years. Then I found out the actor lived with a personal chef and a therapist on speed dial. I had built my personality around a man whose maintenance cost was somebody else's full-time job. We all do this. The product changes. The mechanism doesn't. Now let me tell you who this system actually hurts most. Korean women in their 20s. They can't get amnesia. They get the fine print. They know which actor got caught at a Gangnam hotel. They know which one took a year off for what the agency called exhaustion. They know the gap between the character and the man in painful, specific detail. And they have stopped watching. K-drama ratings among young Korean women have been falling for a decade. The audience keeping this industry alive right now is you. Foreign women, mostly over 35, watching on Netflix and Viki, you're the last true believers. Beautiful, because you still see the character without the scandal. Brutal, because the industry knows. They're right for you now. The wrist grab, the umbrella, the 3-second stare. Those scenes are written at 3 a.m. by a woman in Seoul for a woman in Ohio to keep the whole machine running. The character is still Korean. The audience is not. You are not loving Korea anymore. Korea is performing for you, and the actor in the middle is tired. Now, I'll tell you at the beginning, I will tell you what these actors call foreign friends when no manager is listening. When the soju is on the table, when it's 2 a.m. and they have stopped performing. Here's what they say. They're the only ones who still see me. Not they pay the most. Not they scream the loudest at concerts. They're the only ones who still see me. Let me translate. Korean fans have been watching these actors since they were teenagers. They watched them during the awkward years. They watched them during the dating scandals. They watched them during the surgery the actor denies in interviews. A Korean fan looks at the actor and sees 13 years of receipts. A foreign fan looks at him and sees the character, or the tracksuit version, or the variety show version. You see an unbroken surface. Korean fans see the cracks. The actor can feel the difference the moment he walks into a fan meet. He feels the Korean fans scanning him for decay. He feels the foreign fans looking at him like he is still the man they first fell in love with. And something in him, exhausted as he is, relaxes. For 1 hour in a ballroom in Bangkok or Paris or Los Angeles, he gets to be the version of himself that still works. That's what it means by "they still see me." It's a small thing. It's also everything. Now, here's a part I have never said on this channel before. You're not just a customer. You are, in a very specific way, holding him up. The character is collapsing in his home country. Korean women have walked away. The ratings are falling. The tabloids are unforgiving. The industry is surviving right now because you have not walked away. This is a lot of weight to put on a woman who just wanted to watch a show after work. I'm not putting it on you. I'm telling you, it is already there. You have been rewatching a scene, and somewhere, a tired actor in Seoul has been hoping you keep rewatching it because the Korean audience stopped showing up years ago. Your age does not disqualify you from this conversation. Your weight does not disqualify you. Your passport does not disqualify you. The fact that you didn't know what 사랑해 meant until the third year of your K-drama habit does not disqualify you. You are exactly the kind of viewer this industry can no longer afford to lose. Don't romanticize that either. A Korean actor is not going to leave his agency and come find you. He can't. The contract won't let him. His mortgage won't let him. The next drama won't let him. But he will feel you watching, and he will remember it on the hard nights when the next shoot is about to start, and he hasn't slept in 3 days, and his manager is yelling about his weight. He will think of the woman in Germany who saw him between the lines. He will think of the woman in Ohio who noticed the half smile that didn't reach his other cheek. And he will make it through one more shoot. That's not nothing. In this industry, that might be the most real thing a stranger has ever done for him. So when you watch the next drama, watch it differently. Don't watch the character. Watch the actor. Notice when he looks tired behind the makeup. Notice when his eyes go somewhere else for half a second between lines. That half second is the only part of him the agency hasn't bought yet. The character is theirs. The tracksuit is theirs. The Instagram is theirs. But that half second between lines belongs to him. When you notice it, you are doing something the industry never priced in. You are seeing the man, not the product. That is the one form of love this machine has never figured out how to package. It cost you nothing. It cost him everything to receive it. One question before you go. Tell me in the comments, which Korean actor have you looked at and felt like something was off? Like he was smiling past a question in an interview. Like his eyes weren't in a scene with him. I won't say names in the video, but I will read. Stay real, because that's what I crave. This is Sibong Records. See you in the next videos.